up, beautiful people? And today we're going to be reacting to The Martian explained by an idiot to other idiots, of course. Now, of course, my dog doesn't belong into the idiot category just yet. She's just dumb. She's not an idiot yet. Pretty adorable, right? Make sure to like and subscribe for Doggo, for more Doggo. The more you like and subscribe, the more I bring the Doggo with me. She's usually just like, I don't know. I don't even know what, Bambi, what do you do during the day? Like, I'm at school for like 8 to 9 hours, possibly 10 hours. What do you do? That is that's a day for her, man. Just sitting there and laying there like that, man. Takes a toll. But, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, sub, and all the stuff I said that I do with the doggo. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now, before this video actually starts, I want to give a little shout out to the Y55G. He creates awesome and does awesome stuff for gaming and streaming. Now, his view ratio is just a little off, but I promise you guys that this guy creates quality gaming content. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. And of course, his link will be down in the description below.
Welcome to The Martian, where Mars people are doing NASA stuff on Mars. And one of those people is Matt Damon. And he having some banter with his teammates, then danger approaches in the form of a storm that is bigger than they anticipated and will fuck up their whole shit. So it's gonna cut their stay on Mars short. Matt's like, let's stay and see if we can wait it out. But Murph, who's the commander of this team, goes, fuck you, you made my dad choose the wrong planet and we're getting off this one. Fuck you. And they make their way to the rocket ship, which is called a MAV, which stands for Matt's Ass Voluptuous. So it does not stand for Mars Ascent Vehicle. So they're on their way to that, and Matt gets launched into oblivion by a communication antenna thingy, and they're forced to leave without him. Sad boy hours, crew feel bad, NASA makes statement. But why didn't they go to the MAV earlier? I mean, Martinez went there because he was the MAV guy, he flying dude, right? He set the MAV up, and they probably stayed behind to close up shop. But why? Murph made it out to look like it's a very abandoned ship, leave everything behind because we're gonna die situation. Why not go with Juan? Huh? Why not go with Juan right away? Don't sit there and tell me you got NASA procedures. Fuck that, you're gonna die, you gotta go now.
Beautiful.
Anyway, that don't matter because Matt ain't dead. He wakes up on Mars with a low oxygen level and some shit stuck in his body, and the blood and dirt sealed up the hole and did not allow, air to leak out that much. And he goes back to Mars house, which is called a HAB and stands for Heinous.
There's a lot of plot armor in this movie. If you have watched the movie, you know the amount of plot armor there actually is.
Anus, Venus. So he in there and he tends to his wounds and does a vlog, talks about how he's trapped on Mars with food that's gonna run out and no way to contact NASA because the antenna thingy broke and hit him, and he realizes that his situation...
Just imagine the amount of clout he got just for being stuck on Mars, man. I have a dog. Isn't that the amount of clout that I need to get millions of views? Come on, man.
Is fucked. But then he has a brilliant idea in a place where all brilliant ideas are made, the toilet. You see, he's gonna use his own shit and his teammates' shit as fertilizer to plant potatoes, so he collects the poos that they took and packaged very neatly. And might I just say, what perfectly shaped turds these astronauts took. Like, imagine if one of them had diarrhea. I guarantee the package would not look like that. Anyway, he collects some dirt too and mixes up the poo and plants potatoes, then gets a bunch of unused hydrazine, which I think is rocket fuel, and uses the power of science, chemistry, and Jesus to blow himself up. But then he puts some stuff on and successfully makes water to create a misty room for his potato farm so they can be watered and grown shit. And a little while later, what do you know? Life on Mars. Meanwhile, back at Earth, NASA mourns Matt's death. Then Guy from Dumb and Dumber, aka Teddy Roosevelt, aka not Teddy Roosevelt, aka just Teddy, who directs NASA, and Vincent Vega, who directs Mars missions, have a NASA squabble. Then Blondie McGotheyes checks some coordinates on Mars and sees that shit has changed. Oh my god, I just understood this scene. He's the Mars director, Mars mission director, and he wants more satellite time. He agreed and he sent her these coordinates, right. And she looked at them and that's how they found out that Matt's still alive. Shit. Only took me 5 years to realize this. I'm such a fucking retard. So Blondie calls up Teddy, Vincent, and Blondie number 2 who works in media, so who cares. And they conclude that Matt is still alive, but they won't tell his crew because they're dicks. But they do tell the world that Matt's still alive, while disco music slowly drives him insane. When he starts thinking about the long game, you see, he knows that NASA will send another mission to Mars after 4 years, and he's gonna need to be at that landing site 3,200 200 kilometers away, so he begins testing the range of his crappy rover to make game plans. And to stay warm at night, he digs up basically a radioactive bomb they use for space stuff, which he was not supposed to dig up, and he puts it in the car with him. I mean, rover, it's a car, okay? It's a car from Mars, who cares? So he puts it in the car, and the radioactive decayingness of the radioactive thingy makes heat, and he is no longer cold. And fair enough, he no longer has to resort to firstly masturbating through the night to keep warm, but he's definitely gonna have like a third testicle at the end of this, right? Never mind. Back on Earth, Ted Bundy.
That sounds about right.
He tells Ohana means family, the rocket science guy, to build a rocket to resupply Matt in 3 months instead of 9 months, and he's like, impossible. Shut up, I'll give you money, okay? Then Ned Stark, who is the director of the spacecraft that the crew is returning on, is like, we have to tell the crew. No, I am boss man, we wait 3 months until Hawaii finishes the rocket, then we tell him.
We'll do our best. Mark dies if you don't.
Yeah, alright, fucking relax, no pressure, jeez. Back at Mars, Matt really needs to find a way to talk to Nessa.
You know how long it took just for them to build another damn rocket to go up into space just to orbit around the damn Earth? It takes them freaking years. You expect them to like have something that has the ability to go to Mars in like 3 months? We humans are pure idiots.
So he has an idea and goes on an adventure with his rover, while Vince, who's watching him back at Earth, be like, the fuck he be doing? Oh, I need a map. So he draws on a cafeteria picture and goes,
okay, I know where he's going.
So you're NASA with like 14 or so satellites around Mars, and the best map you could find of it was a cafeteria picture. For God's sake, you're looking right at it. Just zoom in, you dumb hoe. Matt makes it to this old 97 NASA probe called Pathfinder, and Vince goes to the JPL lab in California, and JPL stands for
I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but I think the gate is malfunctioning.
Poop lickers, of course, meets up with Ohana means family, sets up a Pathfinder replica so that the one on Mars replicates the movements of the one on Earth and shit, and you know, the camera sees what it sees on Mars and stuff like that, okay? While they do that, Matt hooks up his Pathfinder to a power supply. Does NASA still use the same plugs they use in 97 for power supplies? I'm not a NASA dude, so I don't know. I'm just saying it's mighty fucking convenient. Whatever, they set shit up and Matt sends a message to Earth, and this
so just out of regular technology, you kind of know like almost every single USB plug has always been the same since 1990s. It just creates a lot of convenience, and then whenever they need something to work but they have an older plug, the older plug doesn't really even matter because it's the same outlet.
32-minute round-trip communication with only yes or no questions. What a snappy conversation this is gonna be. Shut the fuck up and point the camera at yes, you fucking nerd. So bitch points it and whoa, message received. Matt makes a circular setup to talk to them in ASCII code, which is super nerd shit, so no, not just yes or no questions, cunt. Get alpha, motherfucker. Then they help him connect the rover to the Pathfinder so they can talk better, and they leave him on red for a long ass time. Like seriously, it takes 30 minutes between messages. How long did he have to wait before sending this "are you receiving" message? Anyway, he finds out that they didn't tell his crew that he is alive. He'd be like, what the fuck? And they'd be like, what's your language is being streamed live all over the globe. He'd be like, oh yeah? Then he sends a really long message, and feel free to chime in on what you think this message was, but here are my guesses. Either a really long fuck or a really long penis. So Ned tells the crew, and they are devastated that they left him behind. Feels bad, so sad, rate 0 out of 8, mate, no debate.
Well bro, they literally had no choice, otherwise everyone was gonna die, so
Matt be having fun finding out that planting shit on Mars means that he colonized Mars, and NASA asks him to pose for a picture, so he gives them the funds. What
is he doing? I asked for a photo and what, he's the Fonz? I can't use this, Vincent.
Why not, you fucking killjoy lame ass hoe?
I need a picture of his face.
What do you mean? You can see it right fucking there. Bruh, this bitch. Whatever, cause one day the room that pressurizes the hab gets
if someone has been stuck on Mars for that period of time, who the hell cares what picture you even got? You got life on Mars, you got a guy being happy on life on Mars, so that's good publicity. And then it saves your ass because you left the guy there. So
the cut man blows the hab up, the room flies away, and Mark cracks his visor thingy and duct tapes it so he doesn't die, and goes into the hab to find that half of his food supply has been ruined, and spends the rest of the night in the rover. I assume he got the nuclear heater inside with him, but anyway, now the JPL team has only half the time to make a resupply probe and send it over there, so they have to work doubly as hard now. Then NASA allows Matt to talk to his crew for all of 5 minutes. Wow, how generous NASA. Then he uses a plastic tarp and the power of duct tape to seal the hab, pressurizes it and fixes it, which is a very sketchy solution to say the least, but what's he gonna do, you know? And I know your situation is dire, dude, and that's all you got, but considering there's a storm going on outside right now in this scene with rocks flying around that can cut straight through that plastic, which is literally the only thing standing between you and imploding,
That's
you should really consider putting on a
plastic,
fucking
so
spacesuit, dude, just
by
to be safe,
movie
you know?
magic,
But anyway, back on Earth, Childish Gambino
it'll
has an
stay.
idea. It's gonna be
It'll
important
stay.
later. Just know that. Childish Gambino in this movie, and he has a brilliant idea. Cut to NASA dudes who are 15 days behind schedule on the probe, so to speed shit along, they gonna cancel the pre-flight checks, which works, and they make the probe, it launches
It's
just
about
fine,
to
but then
explode.
blows up mid-flight because vibrations happened, and that would have shown up if they did any pre-flight checks, but they didn't, so poopy doo-doo moment. Matt talks some more to his crew, and
Damn.
some Chinese people go ching chong wing wong tai ling wong kai ting tong shing bong ting tong, which roughly translates to, we have rocket, we can help, and China will roku. So they offer to help, and Ted be like, yes! And Hawaii gets to work making a probe in 28 days this time with his team. Meanwhile, Dollar
Nice.
does some big math, goes over to NASA. You see he's an aerodynamic space engineer person, and in a meeting where he does not know who Teddy is, he proposes that the crew aboard the Kermit spacecraft starts accelerating towards Earth and slingshots around it using its gravity while they shoot a care package up into space, and they catch it while they're slingshotting around, and they make their way to Mars at super speed. And once they get there, Matt is going to use the MAV that they're going to want to use for the next Mars mission to launch up there and meet them in space, slingshot around Mars, make their way back home. And that is going to be much faster than just sending him supplies, so we can, you know, spend much more time on Mars and wait for another manned mission over there. But here's the thing, they can only do one of those because they only have one China rocket. So they can A, have a high chance of killing one astronaut, or B, have a low chance of killing 6 astronauts. And Ned thinks this decision should be
That's I don't know, I'm gonna say 50-50.
left up to the crew, but Teddy's like, nope, I'm the boss man, and I go with option A. So Mr. Stark calls him a coward, and by the way, Donald stole Teddy's pen because that is not the one he took from him, but the one that Vincent clicked off the bitch's head. So yeah, I don't know why I mentioned that. Moving on. Stark sends a secret message about
You can
Plan
notice
B
that.
to the crew aboard
Okay.
the Kermit. Why am I speaking like this? So Murph, Martinez, Bitch Boy, all German, and I actually know her name. Her name is Johansson, but I'm gonna call her Hot Nerd because I tapped that and also tapped Murph. Why are all female astronauts so hot? Anyway, they all come to the decision that they are going to go back for Matt and defy NASA's decision to go with Plan A. And Hot Nerd says some tech shit, which basically translates to, don't worry about NASA trying to do a remote override on our trajectory or whatever, because I can disable it. And they start readjusting their course to a course that's gonna add 500 more days of space travel to their mission. And back at NASA Mission Control be like, what the fuck is going on? Why are they off course? And why can't I do anything about it? And where's my fucking latte? Oh my god! Then Teddy has a meeting with Ned, like, so
Yeah,
the
that
Kermit
guy
changed
was
course,
pretty
basically
annoying in the
forcing our
movie.
hand to do Plan B. You know anything about that? There must always be a Stark at Winterfell. What? Nothing. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, sure. I expect your resignation after the end of this, okay? Understandable. Have a great day. So Matt updates his vlog, modifies it over for the journey, gives it a giant tumor, and China sends the probe up to the Kermit. I notice a romantic connection between Bitch Boy and the Hot Nerd. My dreams are shattered, and does this mean that they're gonna do the fucky in space? I bet it does. They get the probe and make their way to Mars, and 7 months later we see Matt Damon's ass cheeks,
No.
and he proclaims himself to be a space pirate and embarks on the long-ass journey to the MAV. By the way, Matt's a very witty person in this movie, and he's gonna go on a profound speech about how he's the first to do everything on this planet wherever he goes. So I cannot believe that he missed out on the opportunity of taking a Mars bar to Mars and being the first person to eat a Mars bar on Mars. Totally missed an opportunity, dude. Anyway,
I just thought about that. Wow. He really did. That is pretty
he drives
disappointing.
around, stops to recharge, drives around, stops to recharge, rinse and repeat. Then when he gets at the MAV, they tell him that in order for the MAV to get high enough to get picked up by the Kermit, he has to make it drastically later. Basically, he has to take off everything. Take off the windows, the nose, the seats, the control panels, just leave one seat in there for him to get launched into fucking space and probably die. But they say that is not a problem because Mars's atmosphere is pretty fucking thin, and also they're gonna put a tarp over it, and it's gonna be controlled by crazy Mexicans, so And Matt's like, goddamn fucking shit. But he has no choice.
That
So he does
sounds
that,
about
and
right.
0 hour comes. He gets in a spacesuit, and why is he so beat up? Has he been fighting bears on this planet or something? Doesn't matter. Martinez launches his man.
I'm pretty sure your skin would be bruised if you're trying to move literal tons of weight off of a rocket. Not tons of weight, but a good amount of weight.
And after dealing with some in-flight issues, they get the trajectory right, but they'll be moving too fast in comparison to him to catch him. So he'd be like, I can poke a hole in my suit and fly over to you like Iron Man. No. We gonna blow a hole in the ship. What? Bald German goes inside and makes a bomb with the power of chemistry, and Bitch Boy does some parkour on the outside of the ship without a tether. Fucking huge balls, man. And ooh, they are a thing. They should have SpaceX. Focus. Okay, they place the bomb and lock themselves in a safe part of the ship and blow the bomb, and all the air rushes out, slowing the thing down. So now they have matched their speed with Matt, except I don't know how they're gonna get all that air back. I'm sure NASA has some sort of air canister thingy for them to get the air back. Anyway, the speed issue is solved, but now another issue has arisen. They are going to be too far away from Matt, so Murph gets...
There's always a lot of oversupplying when it comes to space missions. If you need 10 canisters, they're gonna give you like 40.
It's in a suit and goes for Matt with a tether, thank God. But
If
another
it's-
problemo, the tether is
if
too
the weight
short, so
allows
Matt's
it.
like, fuck it, I'm going Iron Man, and cuts a hole in his suit, flies over like an unstable ballerina, she gets a hold of him, the crowd goes wild, he gets inside, and they call him a stanky bitch because...
I haven't had a shower in a year.
Incorrect. As I recall, last time you were at the Hab, you had one. Granted, it wasn't a good one because you probably showered in your own recycled urine, but still, haven't had a proper shower in a year and a half would be more correcter, so fuck you, Matt. Anyway, cut to Matt on Earth. He giving smart guy NASA lectures now. Martinez does another mission. Murph runs. Bitch boy and hot nerd have a baby. Wait, how long after getting back to Earth is this? I know it's pretty hard to conceive a baby in space, but don't you dare take the possibility of SpaceX away from me, movie. This movie gets 87 bags boomies out of 6.9 Daffy Dukes.
Nice! I think that's like an, I don't know, 8 out of 10, who knows? Who knows with this guy? Bambi. Oh, Bambi. So Bambi, how'd you enjoy it? She enjoyed it immensely. Now, I guess that's going to be the end of today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to do all the stuff I said in the beginning. And without further ado, see you in the next.